All right, man. We are streaming,
Yeah.
man. I'm gonna go jump on YouTube, see if we
Yeah.
getting any love, man. Public, everything's public. Okay, guys. So we're starting to stream now, guys. How y'all doing? Welcome to the Shizzo. We know we gotta do this sound check, guys. 8558.
Can you hear me?
Let's do that.
Let's sprinkle some crack on them and get out of here.
Here we go. Hey, everybody, can you see and hear us in the house? I got to back up. Get this gracious damn thing. Hey, everybody, can you hear Tim Black and can you hear my friend H.A. Goodman?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
And we're getting comments. It's green and it's rolling. We got Aeolus Drift. That's what I figured in words. You can watch later. It's always uploaded afterwards. So excited about No Sellouts. Eric, Brian Crosby. Low Key says they hear us. How does H.A. sound? Does H.A. sound good? H.A., one more time.
How do I sound? How do the soulful sounds of H.A. Goodman sound?
There you go, man. We hear you, Tim. We hear you both. Sound 5 by 5. We can hear you. All right, guys. Let's do this. All right. All right, everybody. Welcome back once again for another edition of No Sellouts. It's your man, Tim Black, and my partner in crime, as always, H.A. Goodman.
Tim Black!
What up, H.A.? How you feeling, my brother?
My man Ebon Kim says, Tim and H.A., sound check is good, video is good.
Brother, that's my brother, Bon Kim, man. Thank you, Bon. You know it, man. Oh, H.A., your friend Dave the Weasel Weagle, he had something to say about my video about him, man. What's up with that guy?
Well, in No Sellouts fashion, when I heard that, oh my God, I got so happy and giddy. And then I did my video, my diss video to defend you against that. Can I use profanity?
Of course.
Against that dumb, stupid motherfucker, Dave Weagle at the Washington Post. And, you know, you are 100% right. And you said exactly what he was, a weasel. The Washington Post has a $600 million Jeff Bezos and Amazon have a $600 million deal with the CIA to put all our state secrets on the cloud, which is so stupid. But you called him out, and it's too. And then he admits it. He says something stupid like,
Yes.
"Oh yeah, my brain was controlled by the Amazon or the." It's like shut up, man, shut up.
Right.
No,
Yeah, he's no one. We're talking about your bosses there, Weasel, Mr. Weasel. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't care. Like, dude, when you don't own your own platform, and you have a CEO that is in bed with the CIA, that's bigger than you. It's not about you. That part's not about you. Yeah, you're a scumbag. But the part about the money, that's not about you. You're not getting paid anything hardly, even close to what, Jeff Bezos is taking in from his alliance, his ungodly alliance with the CIA.
Can I tell you something? You want to hear something awesome?
Yes, sir.
Somebody wrote H.A. Goodman and Tim Black is the best black Jewish tandem since Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor.
Bam! Bam! I love that. I'll take that.
I grew up with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. Many movies.
Man, man, like Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder, great combination, man. They really influenced a lot in pop culture, and they kind of started the ball rolling. That's how you got Eddie Murphy doing his. Who was he with? He was with that other guy, the Beverly Hills Cop. I mean, like these guys started that.
Yeah,
No doubt. And both of them were hilarious. Rest in peace, Richard Pryor and the great Gene Wilder, man. No doubt.
Absolutely.
But you know what else is funny besides Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor?
What else?
The stream of sellouts like David Fudge. Gosh, I'm about to call him. I think I'm gonna leave that alone. We need a word for Pac-Man. Oh, I know. Was it Hard Bastard or was it what did Hard Bastard call David Pac-Man?
Jamal
Cookman or
Jamal
something?
Jamal Thomas said something really amazing. He said one of the most boring people on the internet, something like that.
Yeah, it's boring.
But,
it's a synonym for boring, banal, bland. He called him bland.
Bland.
He's bland.
My thing is, you don't have to if you don't have to go ahead and continually, because you have Dave Weekly, you have Oliver Darcy at CNN, you have everybody saying it's just a conspiracy, it's just a conspiracy. Well, the you don't have, then it filters down to David Pakman, and then it affects me. I talk about it a lot, but like it affects you, it affects Nico, it affects everyone talking about Seth Rich. None of us are saying that Hillary Clinton pulled the trigger, because even if she did, they would say it was unintentional. Nothing. She's just like moving. She's like a blob moving through space and time, not intentionally doing anything. But what David Pakman did is then he goes attacks me, and he doesn't have the courage to actually, say, hey, I have a problem with H.A. Goodman. So it's just, and then I had to go ahead back. Then his whole thing, Tim, is that I said, and he got this from Jordan Sheridan, I said that Clinton was going to that Bernie was going to win after Clinton won the nomination. She didn't win the nomination officially until July 25th. She didn't, James Comey didn't say, and this is for all the no sellouts, so whenever you hear Pakman or anyone say this, David Pakman quoted me in one of my segments, and he made this big deal. That was a July 3rd segment. July 6th, James Comey said that he didn't know what the definition of intent was. Okay, and then he said she didn't intentionally pay Pagliano $5,000, put top secret information. It was all a mistake, Tim. It was unintentional. She just was a innocent person. That was July 6th. So up until July 6th, I was saying, yeah, the indictments are probably going to come because nobody's that stupid. Who could be that stupid? Who could be that corrupt? Well, James Comey was. And Hillary Clinton, of course, was. So after July 6th, I never said the indictments are imminent. And then from July 6th until July 25th, Bernie himself was saying, I'm going to take it and contest it. And this whole point of superdelegates is to actually side with the person who can win.
The establishment.
Yeah, well, now we know the establishment, but the theoretical point is to prevent a crazy person from winning. Right. A person who is so bad that after she loses, nobody wants a Clinton 2020. So I was thinking, okay, look, you know what? He wants a contested convention, or at least he could fight for it. So then I wasn't even saying that he was going to win after that. No, I didn't, because after the indictments didn't hit in July 6th, I never did Bernie's going to win no matter what and all that stuff. I said if the Democratic Party wants to prevent Trump, they'll do everything possible to ensure.
Right.
So that's my thing. We had a chance for Bernie, and
Yeah, and they took it from us. I mean, for David Pakman to make it seem like you're just some snake oil salesman because you thought that the FBI would follow the same rules that it would follow for any other American in the same situation, that's like disingenuous to like the 100th degree. And the fact that I'm guessing now, I don't know his subscribers, but that they buy it, I don't know. I think they just like the guy. They must like him.
Actually, his video has almost as many, I think it was either more downvotes and then he has almost as many downvotes as he has likes on that one.
Wow.
And not only that, the funny thing was he then accused me of sending my followers or my people who follow me to downvote, and I never did that. It's not something I wouldn't think of doing. Okay,
David Cookman is obviously not used to dealing with people in the real world too well. Like, I got a feeling, that he was a guy who didn't have many friends growing up. I mean, listen to like in the video, I remember a part where he says, well, you guys are voting down on the video, for the record, that doesn't do anything. In fact, it helps me in the polling and the algorithm. That's something lame say. That you even got to bring up likes and dislikes or whatever. That's not something that someone would say who doesn't care. If you don't care about likes and dislikes, you don't bring it up.
And also, one thing I think that everybody in No Sellouts wants to hear is, and I think I speak for you as well, Tim, and for our brand, I think that we have completely, well, I definitely have, and I would say also it's fair to say our brand or what we're doing, I have completely disassociated myself from George Webb and Jason Goodman. So anything that they do, even prior to my official like split or whatever, I was never really a part of anything that they were doing. But I'm never a real part. Like I never, but from now on, I wish them the best. I have no beef with them. I have no bad things to say,
Right.
but I am completely and utterly have nothing to do with anything that Jason Goodman and George Webb are doing. Absolutely nothing.
Well, I think that's pretty simple. I think it's very plain. I think it's very sincere. It's not malicious in any way. It's not derogatory. It just is what it is. And if more people would just say that, like there are people who wanted to wash their hands of me, but they don't have. They won't just be upfront and honest and be like, look, this is how I feel. And I'm just, whatever, and just be honest about it, and we can part as friends. It's not like an enemy thing. But before we get into that, I want to just, for the record, guys, because it's something AJ has failed to mention on his podcast or on his videos. AJ Goodman has been on many, many Ring of Fire members' channels.
Yeah.
Who are much
Mike
more.
Papantonio.
Hold on a second. Let me build it up for you, bro.
Yeah.
Who are much, much more senior than David Pacman. AJ Goodman has been on the channels of people in the Ring of Fire who have a lot more credibility, a lot more skin in the game, a lot more expertise, frankly, a lot more gravitas and credibility than David Pacman will ever have. Now, AJ, could you tell the people who those folks are?
Well, Tim, I want to thank you so much. And I was on Mike Papantonio's, interviewed by him and also by Farron Cousins many times. I really respect both of them. And the Ring of Fire, in terms of a network, it's pretty. I mean, there's a lot of things that I admire about that network. I might have disagreements with individuals within that network, but like last night, I did a Sam Cedar, thing, a thing about Sam Cedar and him dissing Jimmy Dore because of the Seth Rich. So if anyone talks about insulting progressives who are speaking about the Seth Rich unsolved murder, I'm going to have to say something. But yeah, I really appreciate it, Tim. I mean, I was interviewed by them many times, and all from a purely progressive vantage point.
There you go. Yeah, I just think people need to put it in the context. I mean, David Pacman is not he doesn't speak for the network. He speaks for himself, I guess, and for losers. So that's frankly that's where he comes up, for lames and losers and suckers, and he's disingenuous all the way around. I think Hard Bastard bodied him. Like give it up for Hard Bastard bodying the hell out of David Cuckman. I mean, guys,
Hard Bastard.
He's on the way up, man. I like his stuff.
Hard Bastard is awesome. He's really awesome. And he is very, very good. There's also a really cool guy, and the name is interesting, but he's called Bullshit Man, and he's a really interesting name. I have to because he does such good work, that I have to kind of say it because I can't just be like, there's also Bullshit Man. It's fantastic. So no, there's a guy. He's awesome. He's also I believe that Hard Bastard and he have a network going on with it. So they're really amazing. And actually, it was Bullshit Man who made that amazing graphic of all the YouTubers and all the independent media together. So thank you very much. I call him BM. So thank you very much, BM. And there's this, the day that we need you at 1 million subscribers. So Tim Black, at 1 million subscribers changes the game.
AJ Goodman with 1 million subscribers changes the game as well. Or both of us at 500,000 changes the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Nico House at 1 million or 500,000. We're already giving them problems like the Washington Post and all the others. And, like the young Turks went after us, so we're already giving us them problems at this stage. Imagine once we go to 500,000 or 300,000. And so I just think that it's great that there are a lot of people. Jamal Thomas is awesome. And so many people
Yeah.
that are just really, really, really cool.
Amazing people, man. Amazing
Yeah.
people. I mean, so guys, what HA is telling you basically is be ready for more of these smear campaigns to come our way because we're pissing people off. Okay?
Yeah.
We're doing what you would do if you were in our shoes, which is fight for the truth, speak honestly, don't pull any punches, keep it real. And there's a price to pay for that. And people are going to come at you. So the only way that H.A. Goodman and I can survive, and Nico House and Hard Bastard and all the other people that you love, Jamal Thomas, Bullshit Man. I love that. The only way we can survive really is with you guys. So just keep that in mind, man. I'm going to the People's Summit. I'll be there in a few days, and we're really stepping our game up. So if you can contribute to that, I just want to throw that in now while people are here. To please do so because we mean business and we're working for you and we want to make sure we give you the best product and the best questions, ask the tough questions and keep it real with you. So I don't want to belabor the point, man. What's going on news-wise? Forget indie media for a minute and we're going to survive. What's going on, HA, that's really got you thinking?
Well, there's a really interesting Intercept article and it's talking about, potential Russian hacking into voting. But I've done a couple videos. Basically, look, if it's Russia or China or North Korea trying to hack into the U.S. election somehow, because there are articles talking about it's not just Russia who has an interest in influencing an election towards their foreign policy. There are other powers in the world. So it's not just Russia. There are other powers that have their own, candidate or whatever. Because Vladimir Putin in 2008 said, Obama is better than McCain. I would, and that's in The Guardian. I just, regarding that article, if you put anything with Russia and election, it's June 5th. So when people say, well, don't talk about Clinton, it's like, no, she's still in the news, number one. And we're talking about the election. It's June 5th. I just think that Dianne Feinstein, no direct evidence between Trump, Russia, or any members of his team. James Clapper, no direct evidence between Trump, Russia, or any member of Trump team. Maxine Waters said the same thing. James Comey said the same thing. So,
right. I'm gonna ask you a question here, HA. First I'm gonna make a statement, then I'm gonna ask you a question. My statement is, guys, we've been lied to about how prevalent it is that countries are hacking in or trying to alter elections. They don't talk about it much in the U.S. because we do a lot of it ourselves. Okay, here goes the analogy for it. If you ever watch the NBA, you see players flopping when they get touched. They fall down. Yeah. That is how often foreign countries try to hack into other countries' elections, try to alter the news. That is how often it happens. This is not rare. What they're showing you is something that's probably happened in every election that we've ever had as far as since technology was invented. And before technology was invented, they do things like social engineering. They would do things to like actually grab intel with eavesdropping, bugging with apparatuses or what have you, phone lines. This has been going on since the beginning of time, pretty much. When we became a nations, when nations had access to one another, they've been trying to do this. So the main thing is a lot of people didn't know this has been going on, and now they think is Russia invented this thing, this hacking thing, or this trying to alter elections. No, there's been so many instances where the U.S. has done the same thing. China's been trying to do it. Russia's been trying to do it. I'm pretty sure all major companies or countries with the technology have tried to do this. So don't be fooled by mainstream media. They're not telling you that. And that's why we have no sellouts, because we can say the truth. And the truth is, hey, man, if you don't want if you have a country of any power, someone's going to try to get in and try to do something to try to make their position better or to try to, we can, like HA said, change foreign policy or
Yep.
whatever. That's what we do. That's what all countries do. It's like I don't know. It's like calling out a guy with I don't know, a blind kid. You calling him out for double dribbling. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah.
so HA, man. In the article, I haven't read the whole article from the Intercept. Is there anything in there, man, that ties Trump to any of this shit?
No, no, and that's the thing with the Intercept. Like they don't like f around. They're very legit. They don't go ahead and they don't try to sensationalize. This is just information that they acquired, talking about potential. And then Jeremy Scahill said, "Look, it's not the raw intelligence, but it's just information that the Intercept acquired." And that's it. And that's it. It's just they're reporting, they're doing their job. But see, it's the I'm with her cult that says, aha, look.
And look, guys,
And so,
if there was a aha, we'd say it. I have no vested interest in protecting Russia. If Russia got it in modified votes, changed votes, or something like that, and there's some evidence for it, have at it, man. Make it happen. Be about it.
yeah.
But that's not what this article says at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's what it is.
I just a couple. I think I just want to, Tim, if you would allow me to just really quickly, because a lot of the sometimes when we're doing this, I look at the No Sellouts live stream.
Yeah.
And this is like, it's interesting because I've been getting messages like, George Webb and Jason Goodman are mad at you. So again, they're mad at you. This is not directed at George or Jason because I respect them and I have no beef with them. I'm gonna say something. Why the fuck would I care if anybody was mad at me that I don't really that I'm not associated with?
Right.
Okay. If Tim Black was upset with me, I would freaking start crying. But you would actually call me to tell me, and then we would be okay. And like we're great friends in addition to what we're doing. So we are associated like at the hip, which is beautiful. I don't have anything to do with George Jason. And aside from actually writing a wonderful article saying that they're risking their lives, then that's it. I didn't help them with any part of the investigation. They were the ones who called me, and I would call back. But we spoke several times. He gave me a file of an interview that I never gave to anybody. They've told me information that I've never told anyone. But other than that, it's not like, if anything, Tim, the help that I gave George and Jason, they don't want to listen. So, like, I actually did try to influence them and help them in their investigation by saying, do not attack people. And with that, I got like the, pushback. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about, that type of thing.
Right.
So, like, I don't care if they're upset with me. I hope they're not, but at the same time, I don't care. And you know what? I don't owe them anything. So that's that.
I mean, guys, you know what? I don't want to stay there too long. I would only like to add to this because I'm on the outside looking in. It takes a while to build a rapport. H.A. Goodman and I have been doing a show together for over a year now. That's how long we've been friends. We got to know each other. We've been ups and downs, technical difficulties, stories, smear campaigns. Like, we've been through stuff together. Nico House, I've known Nico as long as I've known H.A. Okay? That's why I go to bat for Nico. You see me retweeting stuff. I know Nico. Okay? I met him in person like 3 times. We've hung out. We've talked. Okay? So the people that I support, for the most part, I know. Now, there's new people. I'm not opposed to meeting new people, but you got to slow walk the process, slow walk the relationship. And I just thought, just on the outside looking in, the Jason Goodman and the George Webb, and it just looked too quick the way this was all coming together. And I just think people need to pump their brakes. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And take your time. But
yeah,
HL,
I mean,
yeah.
Well, you're 100% right. My thing was like, okay, well, wow, like I found these are 2 great people, but then I mean, like, whoa, they're going into the rabbit hole. Like, I don't really like, whoa, okay, I'm not totally down with. And then I'm like, I'm not 100% down with certain things that they're doing. Saying this is categorically this, categorically that. I can't be associated with that.
Right.
And then they go after a guy named DeFango, who's awesome. This dude is like totally awesome. He's hilarious. He's called DeFango.
Isn't
DeFango.
Did I get this right? You said DeFango was a fan of the show?
He's a fan of the show. But also there's some other people a fan of the show as well. And but yeah, I mean, it's so it's like I can't be associated with all that craziness.
No, I just mean I think we should get a shirt out to DeFango. I'm gonna send DeFango a shirt, man.
Let's do it.
That's all I'm saying, man. I mean, he's speaking truth, man, and I just want to make sure he knows. Like, I'm not in the create enemies business, not with indie media. I go after mainstream media, and that's what I do sometimes. But
exactly, and my thing is like, if you or I have this is what I tried to tell Jason and George, but they don't like get it. They just don't get it because they're like, they're so into the rabbit hole. But if you are in indie media, you have a problem with somebody, or I'm talking about like truly indie media, like us, like you have a problem with somebody. There are channels to say, hey, if you crowdsource something, like you asking people to help you, then if there's a problem, whoa, you can't just go, super attack mode. It doesn't work like that. So, I mean, my thing is, like, I said, if you're going to go ahead and you're coming onto the scene, make sure that you don't implode, or totally create all of these enemies in this community, because it's not good, because then it affects everybody. That's all. But they didn't listen. They're not listening to my. They have their own views.
Oh, so. You did. Everybody's got their opinion. You gave them the benefit of your experience. You gave them your opinion, and they do with it as they will. They're grown men. I wish them well. Keep fighting for the truth, guys.
Yeah, I wish them well.
Keep doing your thing. Like no hard feelings at all. I mean,
I'm totally cool. But
I had George on the channel before. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You've talked to him. Hey.
My thing is that, like, I'm getting these messages. They're upset with you. I don't give a fuck. So you what for me? I said, they're upset with you. Really? I don't give a fuck. So if I made a list of all the people that were upset with me, man, it'd be ridiculous. I'm telling you, ridiculous, guys. It's people pissed with your boy Tim Black, man. I'm like, well, hey, you know what I'm saying? You're a saint, Tim. You're a saint.
Shit, far from it. If you ask him, now I was a saint when I did stuff for him that they liked. And got nothing for it in return. But then I'm the bad guy if I expect them not to stab me in the back and not to play the sideline. Then there's something wrong. But if I'm nice to him and I do stuff for him with nothing, it's just hook him up. Oh, Tim's great. So you know how that is. HA, man, we got phone calls, man. I don't want to make it all about George and about David Tuckman and the Weasel, Dave Weasel. The Weasel.
He's like a heel in the WWF or like pro wrestling. It would be like the Weasel. The Weasel.
Oh shit! I want to say this on the air. Guess who followed me today, Wolfpack? H.A. Goodman already knows. You're never gonna guess who followed me on Twitter today. The one and only Penis Stradamus. What's his name? Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy, right? Isn't that it, Ron?
Ron Jeremy's a fan of No Sellouts.
No, he's a fan of No Sellouts, man. Who would have knew? Now, he knows what it's like to get screwed by the establishment or how to screw the establishment. In fact, maybe he can give us some pointers on screwing over the establishment as we go forward.
yeah, exactly.
Man, shit. Okay. I got a call. He's been in the queue for about 37 minutes. He's at the 551. Hey, 551, you're live with No Sellouts. How you doing?
Hey, Tim. Hey, HA. It's Christian from New Jersey. How y'all doing?
Hey, Christian. How you doing, brother?
Can't complain, guys. Can't complain. So, like I told you, Tim, I have a question for both of you guys. Want to get your opinions on it. So, I watch a lot of Jimmy Dore. I know you guys are big fans of Jimmy Dore. You respect him a lot. And I know you guys also know that he is convinced that the Democratic Party is beyond repair, and that we need a strong third party here in the U.S. Now, there are other countries who have even more than 3 major political parties, like the UK, Canada, Germany, etc. But yet, corruption and injustice still persist in varying degrees compared to how corrupt we imagine our own government to be. And I think for many people, a lot of the judgment on who to vote for weighs heavily on a title and the history of a group, which may or may not be reflective of the individual politician. So my question to both of you guys is, what do you think about the prospect of having no political parties whatsoever? 0.
Well, that's a really, really interesting.
Which may or
Okay, brother. Look, thank you so much for the call, man. I appreciate you, Christian. And let's see if we can answer the question, man. What do we think about having no parties? To get rid of the party system altogether, there's no parties. I like parties, but I'm used to parties. I just want more parties. I think that's why I support the Progressive Independent Party. I support the Green Party. I support the Libertarian Party. I support even the Republican Party and the Democratic Party and the Green Party. I said Green, didn't I? Okay, so I want more parties. I think more choices is where it's at. Within the system that we have now, we need more choices. To say get rid of the parties, I guess that would do it, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. I mean, we're going to have a hard enough time making a truly viable third party.
Yeah, I think that Christian brought up some really great points, and here's my take on it. The two-party system that we have, it is entrenched in American politics, but Bernie Sanders showed that he was an independent his whole life. He became a Democrat, but really his whole message and revolution and brand at that point in time was anti-Republican and also in many ways anti-Democrat. And that showed that it has to do, if you can find a person with the charisma and the background and the message and the ability to communicate and inspire people, that'll transcend party. Mm-hmm. So if you had a political party out there, now I love Jill Stein. I'm not, she's amazing. She did everything she could with the Green Party. But if there's like a People's Party for Bernie, with Nick Brana. So People's Party, if Bernie Sanders leaves, well, he's not a Democrat now, but if let's say he becomes he's drafted into the Bernie People's Party, I think that if he goes full steam, he could definitely either force the Democratic Party to nominate him or be a viable third party. But see, that's the thing, Tim. It's not, the Bernie that once existed is not the Bernie that we have now. So
it's true, brother. It's true, man. Good question there, Christian, and good points too. 772. Let's see. What's your name and where you calling from? You're live.
Hey, it's Eric from Florida. How's it going, HA and Tim?
Hey, Eric. What's up, bro? Good to have you.
Nothing real. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But I just want to give my quick shout-outs to Tim and HA. Love what you guys do. Love you like brothers. You guys are amazing. And I always appreciate all the things that you do, even although you take attacks from, the corporate media and these shells. I always appreciate all the hard work that you do, that you keep fighting for the truth and fighting for the truth for power, and I always appreciate it. And I want to give a shout-out to everyone in the chat room, the moderators, everybody. I'm excited to host After Hours, after No Sellouts. I'll be in the No Sellouts T-shirt with my sunglasses just to let everyone know. So thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. And my question is for HA. What hand do you write with? Do you write with your left hand, or you write with your right hand, or you're ambidextrous? I've always wanted to know that question. And is there a way to answer that question?
Yeah,
I'm right-handed.
H.A. Goodman says he is right-handed.
So
he is right-handed.
Eric, you're the best.
And I'm right-handed.
We love you.
Well.
We love you, Eric.
Give it up for that. Give it up for that. I wonder, maybe it's something like Erg's reading something about, how people process information or something related to their hand. I don't know, their strong hand, their weak hand. I don't know. Is there something to that? You ever heard anything psychology
Well, I know
wise?
most of the presidents were left-handed, I think.
Oh, really? Uh, 405. You're live, Freedom. Oh, damn, Freedom
Yes.
Friday. No sellouts. How you doing? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, shoot. Can't pop game. Hello, this is Cosmo Vinegar from Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Hey, what's up, brother? What's your question?
It's same old, same old. Corporate media's lost its mind. Mainstream media's lost its mind. And apparently some voices in independent media have lost its mind as well.
Ooh, explain, please.
So it's none of you guys. You guys have managed to keep your sanities. No, I wanted to expand a little bit about the incident last night with Sam Cedar, because this thing has been bugging me since I went to bed, and I've been trying to mull over why I felt it was so odious. Like we had the Washington Post trying to dig in H.A. Goodman. We had Jordan Cheriton trying to dig in H.A. Goodman. Dave Packman. And we had Washington Post trying to bury Jimmy Dore like 3 days ago over a position he no longer holds. Well,
Yeah.
I think what really bugged me about the Sam Cedar thing, and I don't know if H.A. could, because I don't know H.A.'s personal relationship with Cheriton and Pathman, but my understanding is that they've known each other mostly on a professional basis. But to my understanding, Cedar and Dore were apparently friends, or at least, they were very close colleagues due to the relationship between their relationship with progressive independent media. And I think that's what bugs me the most. It's the idea that this is a friend of yours, or at least somebody who might see you as a friend, and you're stabbing him in the back in front of your entire audience for everyone to see. And I've had to peruse through the comment section of Cedar's fans blasting doors that, oh yeah, he's always been shitty. Like, who the fuck does that? Somebody, especially somebody who considers a friend. And I'm glad that H.A. did response to it, but I'm fucking livid right now. Like, who the fuck does that? Would you do that? Would anybody else do that? Sorry, that ended up becoming more of a rant than I intended.
Well, thank you. Oh, that's a great question.
Look, man, I appreciate it, man. Cosno says, hey, man, what Sam Cedar did, would you ever do it? H.A., I'll let you take that to start off.
All right, so that was a great call. And first of all, yeah, this is the deal with Sam Cedar and Jimmy Dore. I think I understand it. Okay, Sam Cedar is a more charismatic David Packman, and he's a much cooler David Packman. And what the Sam Cedar's brand and David Packman's brand, and it's the, oh, well, now are you happy that you voted for Jill Stein? Are you happy that you didn't vote? Are you happy that you're burning your bust? Because look what happened. Now we have Trump. You should have rallied. It was basically the Bill Maher philosophy, lesser evil voting. You should have rallied around Clinton. She was just not perfect, but now you messed up. You complained so much about Hillary that you now have Trump. See, that paradigm is, we will never have anything better than the two-party system. We will never, ever leave the DNC's, corrupt, cheating way of doing things. We will never leave any of that. So that's that kind of thing. And if it's Trump Russia, they'll talk about it. There's no direct evidence. But if it's Seth Rich, you're a conspiracy theorist because you can't put the circumstantial evidence into play. And everything filters down from the Washington Post to, people like Sam Cedar and Packman. They don't say anything differently. The thing with Cedar and Jimmy Dore, I didn't really know that they were friends, but that kind of makes sense. If they knew each other, then there's either some kind of rivalry or whatever. But Sam Cedar hates Jimmy Dore. So there's he doesn't like. I mean, it seem like not. I don't know if he hates, but he really, really doesn't like. There's definitely something there because he's done three or four, I believe, against Jimmy. This latest one was because Jimmy Dore had the audacity to talk about the Seth Rich issue. And he didn't even he wasn't even, this is not like Jimmy Dore was H.A. Goodman. This was Jimmy Dore was just talking about the issue. He was just talking about the issue. And that was too much for the weasel, the dweeb weasel at the Washington Post that attacked you, Tim, that you freaking destroyed. So that was fantastic when you destroyed him. You freaking annihilated, obliterated him, which is great. You blew him out of the fucking water. But Jimmy is in the very precarious situation of being part of a very, very big giant network in TYT that is very much, the Young Turks are very much aligned with the Washington Posts and BuzzFeeds and David Pakman's and Sam Cedars of the world. They're very, very much aligned. And he's kind of like the one person who could be on his own, voice his own thoughts. And, that's a really, really big threat to Dave Weigel because Dave Weigel is like, what? You're not following the script? The Washington Post has a script, and we put all of our state secrets on the Amazon cloud, motherfucker. You have to abide by our script. So that's that.
Yeah. Hey, look, man, I agree with you, HA. It's something going on personal between these two, man. Hey, look, I don't know. After listening to you break it down, HA, maybe it's jealousy, but maybe it's just competition. Like Sam Cedars sitting back, he's watching Jimmy Dore. Let's admit it, guys. Jimmy Dore's been killing it. I mean, he's been rising very quickly. I remember when just like 6 months ago, Jimmy was he was where I was. He's where I'm at. He was where I am now. Okay, and maybe Sam Cedars just didn't respect that. Maybe he took exception to it. And then you had the TYT, and I think people paid attention to the Jordan Sheridan attack on us and what happened with that, which was TYT was vulnerable. Like a lot of people didn't think TYT was vulnerable. Sure, we had that pastor, that black pastor out there, that's crazy. I don't know where he is. I think he's in New York. I forget his name, but we've had some people who've always been against TYT, like Steven Crowder. There are a number of people who make videos about TYT on a regular basis, but we were the first to kind of really, from independent media, to kind of give them the old right there, Fred, So I think maybe Sam Cedars saw that and said, well, you know what? Maybe I can take down Jimmy Dore. And I don't agree with it, but I'm sure Jimmy Dore can fight his own battles, but I will speak up occasionally. I don't know. I mean, when, I just love the hell out of Jimmy Dore, man. He's a cool guy. And I think Sam Cedar could, if he has a problem, may have at it. I'm not telling him to stop. I just don't want him to be disingenuous. But that's not up to me to decide. Look, I got enough problems. I'll tell you this. Jimmy is where Jimmy's at because Jimmy's Jimmy. And like I told Jimmy when I met him in Philly, don't change. Do not change who you are. We love you as you are. Stay the same. Don't let this change it. And
you can see when Jimmy Dore actually doesn't believe something, it's like a gun to his head. You can kind of see because he has his emotions. He wears his emotions a lot on his sleeve, right. Like me, like you, and but you can you and I are not part of a big apparatus, so we can just blah, let out, and you can tell when Jimmy is not he doesn't believe something, and you can tell when he's really passionate. And you could tell when he's trying to just, do the right thing. And I'm not if he has to say a certain thing or do a segment that, the Young Turks ask him to do, great. I'm cool with that, actually. That's nothing bad in my book, but you can kind of see it. So you can see when
between when he does what he really wants to do, when he's really getting in there. Like when he was giving it to Chris Hayes, he wanted to do that. He wanted to let Chris Hayes have it, And when he talks about, just sellouts or when he talks about, I don't know, the Democratic Party, like Debbie Wasserman Schultz, oh, man. He's full on. He's like a barracuda. He's.
But, Tim, can I tell you something? Yeah. Do you know why there's nobody, and I don't care if MSNBC, let's say Rachel. Well, if Rachel Maddow went after either of us, that would be hilarious. We'd have a lot of fun destroying that one. But you know why no one can fuck with you, whether it's CNN or Washington Post or MSNBC or anybody, you, Tim Black?
Yeah,
And
because I'm
and,
black and he'll be called a racist.
and no.
That's not it. Oh, okay. What is it? AJ?
No. It's because it's because you your vantage point is truth from everything that you can see, whether it's objective truth or your view of what you believe. Same with me. Same with the independent channel. We don't. We generally wait to be attacked, and if we're attacked, boom, we go back. But the thing is, we don't have a script, so it's not part of the script to say Hillary should be indicted or is going to get indicted, or that, of course, James Comey should know what the definition of intent is. It's not part of the script to do what you're doing on your channel. It's not part of a script because we don't read the Washington Post and say, okay, what are they saying? Let's say the same thing. So when we talk about Seth Rich, or we talk about Sean Lucas, or we talk about Barrington J. Wisenant, or when we talk about things that other people aren't talking about, we do it from the vantage point of let's discuss what's going on. Because if they're going to use circumstantial evidence for Russia, well, let's go ahead and use the circumstantial evidence we see here. It doesn't add up.
Right. Absolutely.
That's all. And so but see, the thing is, it's not even about you, your brand, or me, my brand, or what. It's not about anything. It's just about we don't have any ulterior motives.
No, I mean, I made a decision. I'm sure HA did too. Like, we're going to play the game our way. We're going to do this our way, and come what may. Just so happens, good things have been coming, but there's been other stuff that me speaking this way I do on issues. I know it hurt me. I know that for a fact, but I can't do it any other way. I've worked for companies. I've had to do stuff at jobs that I didn't want to do. I'm not going to do that with this. This is my thing. If I have to bite my tongue, I might as well go back to working, in IT like I used to. So, if you don't mind, HA, let me try to pull in a couple of more callers here.
Yeah.
805, you're live. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hello?
Hey, how you doing? You're live.
Hey. My name is, I'm going to change my name. I think, Tim, you know my number. I'm going to change it to Genesis 805. I want to give a quick shout-out to my niece, Natalie. Hi, Mama. You're on blast. Haha. You're on the web now. And quick, great callers. Oh, my God. I want to get to Christian. Christian, as long as we get an odd, we need like a 3, a 5. As when it comes to parties, we need an odd. Because when we agree on something, think about it. We have 2 parties. And if they both disagree on something, we're split. So if we had an odd number, an odd party, we can go somewhere, and for that we can know who is on the right and who's on the wrong. And quick to Eric, hey, I'm left-handed, and left-handeds are always right. Do you know the anatomy about that? There you go. And then you guys, I'm going to call you guys tight heads to your third caller because everybody's a screw loose. And you know what? I'm going to call you guys tight heads because you know what? You guys don't burn anything. And I realize when it comes to crazies or anybody who's smearing, they're burning things. They're destroying something and they're destroying themselves. So there you go. And Mr. H.A. and Mr. Tim Black, I got questions for you. And this is for both of you. I heard about the CIA and the Washington Post, and they're in some sort of cahoots. Now, I heard of Amazon being involved with this, and my dad was telling me that a lot of people are not shopping out. Everybody's doing a lot of orders in, like online shopping. Yeah. Is it because everybody's afraid to go out? Because, there's all this, things going on, and, I'm not afraid because I realize when people are out, especially when, I'm sorry to say this, but I realize that there's a lot of people, there's a lot of support. You guys got to remember that. A lot of people means a lot of support. So if there's not a lot of people outside, my dad's right. Something's wrong. And then to AJ. AJ, I don't know if you watched the Humanist Report, but I heard there's a
I love
single payer, something about a single payer that passed to California. I got super excited about it, and I don't know if you guys, both of you, if you guys want to, check that out. And this is for both of you too. I mentioned this YouTuber. It's the M Lord and God YouTuber, and she told me, she did a YouTube thing about the Clinton open investigation. So does this mean is this really happening? And not only that, add on with that, will Comey come clean? What's going on with this guy? I don't know. And lastly, to both of you, and especially to Mr. Black, the Fango interview. Maybe you should get that going. And then Gary Franchi is like the guy who's like the conservative that I want. He's like the right wing for the right wing. You know, he's truth, and I think you should interview him. And Joshua Ford, I heard about the Elizabeth Challenger. We need this guy. If Warren is not doing her job, then she needs to get out, and I think a new face would be of help. But other than that, you guys should write a book. And you call the book "Haters of the Truth." And other than that, guys, thank you for your time, and I'm off. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank
That
you.
brother killed it, man. Thank you,
Yeah.
Genesis, my man, Genesis. Wow, I don't even know. Is there anything that can be said about this other than it was a great call?
Well, the California state senators passed a single-payer healthcare bill, so that is part of Bernie's revolution, obviously. So they're talking about the bill right now in the California State Senate. He mentioned a whole bunch of great things. People are definitely shopping online more, and that is definitely impacting people out, going to places. It's such a great call. I'm actually just overwhelmed because it was a great call.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great points in that call. What we'll do, hopefully the audio is pretty good on it, and we can put that video out, make a snippet. My man Momo Pineda.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I think that it would be good to. He did mention. I think it would be good to interview DeFango.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I've only checked out that one piece, man. I you know what? It'll be an exciting interview because I'll get to know him, and I like interviews like that when I don't know the guy too much or the woman too much, and I can really get to know him during the interview, and it's spontaneous and it's real.
Yeah, he's got about 7,000 super diehard loyal fans. Diehard loyal fans.
That's what you need, man. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should set something up, man. Heck, man, I need to get bullshit, man. I need to get Holly Seeliger too.
He's bullshit, man is on this very no sellouts. He's on the talking to people. It's really cool.
Oh, he's in the chat room.
Yeah, chat room, yeah.
My guy, man. Bullshit, man. You need to put out more content, man. We need you. We need you to put out more content, and that's what we need, bro. I need you to put out more content, and about anything you care about, anything. Let's grab one more. What time is it? 10:02. Can we do one more HA? I know we get. Yeah, I know, man. Remember, guys, it's during the day. HA's out there in Cali. He in Cali. So I don't know how long. 712. Did you get an opportunity? Hey, how you doing? Hey.
Hello.
Hey, Tim and HA, it's Alex Martin, I think, and I just want to say,
Hi, Alex.
I want to give a shout out to everybody here, and I have one question for both of you. I wonder when the Russian narrative's gonna die.
I wish it would be dead already. Oh,
well, man, that's a good question, Alex. Man, what's up, Alex? How you doing, my friend?
Alex,
that thing ain't gonna die, man. Do you realize how much money's being made off this Russian narrative?
It's true.
Man, people are buying new rims. Heck, they're buying new cars. They're buying new boats. I mean, they're really raking in the cash.
I saw Howard Dean with new rims the other day.
They are killing it, man. This is the best thing that happened to the Democratic Party since Trump.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I know.
like neck and neck. No, actually, they probably made a little bit more money off Trump. But the Russian narrative ties into Trump, so it's like a perfect segue into the purses and the wallets of the Democrats. And that's exactly what's happening. People are just giving them money, just throwing money at the Democrats right now. They're making huge, huge gains. So, it's not going anywhere until someone debunks it, which is why they don't want us talking about Seth Rich, the DNC fraud lawsuit, or anything directs the attention away from Trump and back to them.
Yep. Yep. Totally. Um, it's going to be really difficult to talk about Russia hacking in 2019 because that's like 2 years from now or 20, like right before the election in 2020. Because imagine you're going to go in and the Democrats are going to lose to Trump again if they don't have Bernie, Nina Turner, or Tulsi Gabbard. And already people are saying, there's a dumb meme. Just to let you know, liberals and progressives, if it's not the person you really want, well, you can get Trump because of that. I'm like, well, that's fine with me. If that's what it takes to have the DNC completely implode and Democratic Party completely transform into a truly progressive party, we'll live through 8 years of Trump. We won't live through another 100 years of Democrats without a green economy plan, continually sending Americans abroad, refusing to break up banks. So we can't live without a true opposition to the Republican Party. So.
Absolutely. I mean, give us an alternative. Be opposition. Actually be opposition. All right? Not just talking and marching, all right, guys, but actually stand for policies that are in direct conflict with Trump's policies. Then maybe you got a chance. But you're going to need somebody charismatic. I like what H.A. said earlier about charismatic because I remember people giving me digs about that, like the cult of personality, as if being likable is a bad thing.
Yep.
Like you need people with charisma. Like HA's got swag, right? I got swag. Like you need that. And I know it's not for everybody. That's fine, but that's important for a politician to have. I mean, of course you got to have the goods, but you got to have swag too. So there's nothing.
You know who has no swag?
David Pakman.
David Pakman, but the Weagle Weasel. You remember the Regal? Remember the Regal Beagle?
The Regal Beagle, man. That's Three's Company.
Yeah. He's the Weasel, the Weagle Weasel, the Weasel Weagle.
The Weagle Weagle. Dude, man. He lives in D.C.
Let's put it this way. He has the avatar for a reason.
Yeah, he does.
He's an ugly motherfucker. Yeah.
I saw him, man. He looks like Ron Jeremy's illegitimate son.
Exactly.
No disrespect to Ron Jeremy. Things happen doing shoots. That was bad.
Yeah. Well, it was the 70s,
It was the 70s, man. Still going strong. I don't know, man. Yeah, no doubt. So,
talk to me. No, go on.
No, nothing, man. I'm just, hey, look, man. You know me, man. I could do this forever, man. But you got things you got to do on your end. And
You want to do another call?
Let's pick one call randomly. I've got let's surprise somebody because it's our last call. And we got a 681 number in the house. 681, you're live with Tim Black and H.A. Goodman. What's your name and what's your question or comment?
Hello. Hi. Hey, Tim. Hey, H.A. It's Dawn from West Virginia.
Dawn. Hey, sis. How are you?
Ditsy woo. Anyway, I just wanted to wish you good luck going to the People's Summit. And I'm disappointed that Susan Sarandon is not going to be there, and neither is Tulsi Gabbard, although I don't know why Tulsi's not going. Do you? And I just want to say, hey, since I've been following you guys, I've been getting, blocked and deleted. All kinds of stuff in the chat rooms and on Twitter. It's been fun. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say was, have fun at the summit and good luck and get some good interviews in.
Oh,
And I
man.
love you guys, and I love all you guys in the chat. Well, probably not all, but
And
most of you.
we love
Okay,
you.
I'm
Thank
hanging
you.
up so I
Thank
can
you,
We
listen to
Don.
love
your
you.
responses.
Don said.
Okay, bye.
Bye,
Uh-huh.
sis. Thank you so much. Dude, I didn't know Susan Sarandon wasn't going to be there.
I just want to say, Tim, I just want to thank and I want to apologize uh, for anyone who has defended me or anyone who follows me and then is blocked by someone else or I just want to thank the caller and thank everybody. I think it's definitely the Hillary bots really, really don't like me, which is fine. That's totally
Yeah,
cool.
I don't think they care much for me either, man. They're like, hey, this guy is just horrible. He's holding us accountable for stuff. How dare he
Yeah.
hold us accountable? Don't you know that Trump is the devil? You can't be holding us accountable for what we do. You gotta look over there. Why you keep looking over here at me with what I'm doing? You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
to me, the Democratic Party reminds me from a scene of Norbit, Eddie Murphy's Norbit, where he was dressed up as a woman, and he was like that woman like ate everything. Like she ate the cake at the wedding. She had all the cake
Yeah,
on her
yeah.
face, and she didn't know she had cake on her face. And someone said, "Hey man, who took a big bite out the cake?" And they showed her with the cake over on her face, and she's like, "I wonder what you're looking at me for. What you looking
Yeah,
at me
yeah,
for?"
yeah.
That's the Democratic Party. They don't know they got cake all over their face. There's a big bite in the cake. And we're like, hey, this you did it. And they're like, what you looking at me for? So they're always trying to shift blame, man. And I don't think that's the way we get a politics that matters and that works for poor people and working class people and black people and people who need that need the politics to work right because we get the shaft. And poor people in West Virginia, like, who Don may know, some working class people in West Virginia need help. What we don't need are neoliberals. There's the new liberals who want everything privatized and globalized that will punish us. So
Mhm.
so that's what's up.
Yeah. It's you're not you definitely it's a badge of honor when those types of people don't like you because they elevated Trump. They promised you. No one ever says. People have said to me, "Oh, you promised us Bernie was going to win." Yeah, and the whole planet promised you Clinton was going to win, and she wasn't cheated. So
Yeah. Everybody forgets that. Like even and I hate to go back to these guys, so I'm not gonna say their names anymore. But all the people that ridicule and have point fingers at HA for getting that wrong, and it's not really how you get it. Look, if someone steals it, like come on, guys, like look, go back in time. Bernie Sanders was up in polling against Trump by like 10 points. Of course, you would think Hillary Clinton has FBI investigations, ongoing FBI investigations. Bernie Sanders is up by 10 points. Hillary's down by 2 points. And they still push her through? Like,
mhm.
if anything, HA is guilty of believing that the Democrats actually wanted to win that shit.
Yeah, exactly, and like you said, Tim, there's so much money. How many subscribers, Tim, would you have if you devoted your life to Trump Russia? You already have 100,000 now.
I'd be at 200,000 easy, man, because that's what the majority want. Majority of
If
people want
if
to
you
hear.
devoted only everything to the Washington Post and the Trump Russia, all that stuff,
Yep.
you would have like 500,000.
Yep.
You'd have 300,000, easy, because there's just millions and millions of people that want to hear that.
Yep.
So it's not about. I mean, you focus on the truth, and that's what I mean. You're gonna hit over 100,000. You're doing it your way, like Frank Sinatra. So it's all about you're doing it your way, like Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, man.
But Tim,
You
man,
too, H.A. Goodman. You're doing it your
thank you.
way too, bro. All day.
Thank you. Well, listen, I love you. You are an amazingly powerful voice. And let's keep rocking it. And this week's going to be a great week.
Shit, H.A., I love you back, brother. You are a rock star. You're killing it. Let's keep killing it.
And everybody in the No Sellouts chat room, thank you. Thank you for watching. We will see you next week. Everybody is amazing in the No Sellouts chat. I actually read a lot while we're doing this. I read what they're saying, and they're having a good time.
That's what's
So
up.
they're having a good time, passing drinks, everything. They're having a good time.
That's right, man.
So,
The truth can be fun, man. Thank you,
yeah.
H.A. Goodman. Look,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Go to
Thank you, Tim.
counterpropa, counterpropa.com. to subscribe and follow all of HA's work, including Caitlin Johnstone, Zach Haller, and all the other great writers at that website. Also add H.A. Goodman on Twitter, Facebook as H.A. Goodman, Twitter H.A. Goodman Author. You know what time it is. Thank you, H.A. I'll holler at you, brother.
You, talk to you soon.
You got it, man. That's it, man. So look, guys, thank you so much for being here once again. I'm going to the People's Summit. It's unfortunate Susan Sarandon won't be there. Tulsi Gabbard won't be there. But I just asked Bernie Sanders an additional question and Nina Turner an additional question, and we'll just keep going. Rosario Dawson, I hope she'll be there. Mark Ruffalo, I've been wanting to interview him for a long time. And, yeah. And let's talk to Michael Moore about Flint. All right? So, look, guys, I appreciate you guys. Shout out to all of the people that called into the show. You make the show better. Believe it. We appreciate you. It's less on us. We can just answer questions and come up with topics and keep it going. I'll see you tomorrow where my guest will be none other than Elijah Manley, the young man who was kicked out of a Debbie Wasserman Schultz press conference by Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Nancy Pelosi's Secret Service henchman. And also, my man Jeff, Florida Jeff, Miami Gator, you may know him on Twitter. They're going to be joining me. He's also he's in Florida, obviously. And we're going to talk all things Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and we're going to get to the bottom of that censorship of the independent media at that particular event. So it's going to be great, guys. I appreciate you all. And then Wednesday, we're going to have Jamal Thomas back with Context with Jamal Thomas. I encourage you all to pour yourself a glass of wine and check out what Jamal Thomas is putting down. So that's all I got planned so far. We got more to come. I'll see you soon. Until we meet again or talk again, don't you let nobody take your cornbread. I don't care who they are. That's your cornbread. That's yours. Keep that. That's what mainstream media wants to do. They want to deceive you, lie to you, tell you half-truths, don't tell you the other side of the story. We try to tell it all here with no spin. I'll see you next time. And with that, play a little music.
Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black. Yes, I am. True.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Tim Black. I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black.